Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Art of Awesomeness podcast, episode 22, the season finale of season 1.
Dun, dun, dun.
22 episodes. We already came so far, guys. We already came so far.
Pretty much.
You guys came with us. Thank you guys for joining us. This is the 22nd episode.
That's crazy.
Our topic is very interesting, which we are going to be disclaiming after
The first order of business.
Important business. Happy National Flapjack Day, baby, which is like pancakes, but I don't know the difference between pancakes and flapjacks.
I don't know. I just remember I did a report in school on North Dakota, and then flapjacks were a part of that report for whatever reason.
So the ripoff.
So yeah, pretty much.
Are flapjacks
Actually,
better? Or are they just called
I don't know
flapjacks?
if flapjacks are like the original, and then pancakes just sort of took it over. But, you know.
So we're just going to assume that flapjacks are better.
To be determined.
You know what? Speaking of that.
Oh, yeah. Flapjacks.
Okay, just checking. I don't know why flapjacks made me think about
Making sure we were recording.
we are recording, so Flapjack Day.
Yeah.
We'll try flapjacks. It was also shown on Cartoon Network.
This is
Be
true.
Heard Day.
So,
National Be Heard.
I guess you're
you.
hearing us right now. But
We're
you
heard.
need to make yourself heard.
Yeah.
So just, I don't know, walk outside your house and say something.
Or is it like be heard like, I need to talk about my mental problems?
Well, I mean, disclose them.
Well, I'm not. Well, I mean, like, is that what it's talking about?
I mean, I don't know that it. Wow. Wow. Just
Happy National Cereal Day. My favorite cereal is Captain Crunch. You know, I was just searching up his
Captain
name.
Crunch?
Captain Crunch. Oh, Captain
Wait,
Crunch or
wait.
Crave.
Crave. Okay,
Crave
my
or
brother's
Captain
like Crave.
Crunch. Captain. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
What's your favorite cereal?
that's a good question. I think the one that I would gravitate to the most is either grape nuts, which is
What's that?
It's like these grain.
It's like bran
things.
flakes.
They're almost just like pebbles, but grain. It's almost like you're spooning sand, but it's edible sand.
But where does the grape kick in?
Sure. Actually, they're neither grapes nor nuts, so the name is just sort of misleading.
So it's just green.
I don't know. If you try eating them without like milk in the bowl, it is like eating rocks. It's not the most
But
pleasant
it's
thing.
edible.
Yeah, it's edible.
But it's just not. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Crown of Roast Pork Day.
I don't actually know what the crown of a roast pork is. I know what roast pork is, but what's the crown of that?
The crown is. Well, when you think of crown, what do you think of?
The head.
The crown. Okay, so that's what it is.
The head
Crown of roast pork, which is also. Oh, it's this. It's like it looks like a crown, but I think it's just like a compilation of ribs.
So it's a way to prepare it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks like it's just like
Seems
ribs.
legit.
That's that. And then finally we have Finishers Medal Day.
So I guess that's just if you finish something and then you get a medal for it, you know?
Anything.
So if we finish this podcast episode,
We get a
do
medal.
we get a medal?
Nick
the chick.
Are you going to do that thing again where it's like Nick the Chick?
You know, I don't know. Do you like those little Nick the Chick?
Every time we say Nick the Chick.
It's just that.
So now it's going to be like 5 times or 4 times. Nick the Chick.
No, I
Nick the
won't.
Chick. Nick the
won't.
Chick.
I won't make them suffer like that.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
So those are the national days. Thank you. Wow. All right, those are the national days. We have a very interesting topic now, which is our going over episodes, ranking them.
This is kind of a retrospective, seeing as this is the season 1 finale. We just kind of want to go back and see where we started and kind of our opinions on our work so far.
Ranking them in terms of things we liked, highlights, things we learned, things we didn't learn, things we like to talk about. So, we have on our phones. Adrian has an iPhone now, by the way, which he's finally getting part of the herd mentality, just like he should be.
Yeah, just so everyone knows, this was out of necessity, so I still begrudgingly use this phone.
We have it on our phones. and we both iPhone buddies. Hey, let's touch.
Oh Jesus!
iPhone touch.
Yeah, no, that was enough touching for like a.
No. Okay. Okay. So
Let's
how
hear.
we're going to do this? We broke this down into a plan before we started this.
We definitely
How we
planned this.
are going to do this so far, because we're looking at 21 episodes. Are we doing minus the side? We're doing minus like these side ones, right?
Yeah,
we're doing
the excerpts.
episodes.
Yeah, not the excerpts.
Right. So
'Cause
okay,
nobody
minus
watches
the
those anyway.
minus the excerpts. We're going to be going down, one by one, and we strategically planned this so that we would have enough time for whatever we wanted to say. So,
Yeah.
Adrian, do you want me to start? Or do you want yourself to start?
Well, so I guess you opened off the episode. Christian, just lay it on.
Oh,
Dude,
geez.
let us
Okay.
know
Well,
what's
I
the
feel like
sitch.
I'm hosting Watch Mojo.
Oh no! Don't
you know how
don't
they do,
compare
like,
us to
those
that.
Watch Mojo. I would have to say, because I'm just gonna start. I'm just gonna say one. My first one, and we were talking about this a little bit beforehand.
Yeah, we were.
Is the personality type one. The videos where we did. Are we talking to them or am I talking to you?
I guess we're talking to each other more.
Okay, my favorite was the personality. One of my favorites was the personality test one.
Yeah.
Here's why.
Oh, lay it on.
Well, there were two, and I feel like
Yeah,
it
it was
was
a
just a
two-parter.
win-win. We learned more about It was just fun too.
Oh yeah.
It was fun because I learned more about myself, and I mean we did these things in adulting, but I don't think I ever, talked about it and just actually read through it intentionally. I only just like sped through it for a grade, saying I read this, I understand myself, I'm healthy. Psychology. But now that we took the time to intentionally like go through it and read it, it's a lot. It's a lot, but like you actually get to learn more about yourself. I know I did. And
For
not
sure.
only that, but learn more about you. And I think that kind of just changed not changed, but it just added more onto the cake of, how our personalities are and, just a greater appreciation.
Yeah, but no, I agree with that though. I mean, I think that those two episodes in conjunction worked pretty well. I mean, obviously there were two-parters. It was very similar.
Which one do we do first? I think was it
we did your
mine
we did
first.
your first.
You're
Yeah.
right. Okay.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that episode was one of the first ones where we experimented with putting a lot of things on screen.
Yes.
I mean, I had done that before with the whole I think it was the Power of Music episode where I would put up the music and stuff.
Oh, that
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I mean, technically it wasn't really the first time, but I remember we were reading through a lot, so I was screenshotting and putting a lot of things in the timeline and stuff. So just as far as putting together the podcast, that one was, at least for me editing it, it was sort of
It was fun.
a few more options
It's
to do.
creative.
And then as far as the content goes, I felt like it was a good way. It was a fun and interesting way for people who watch the podcast to get to know us a bit better. Except, instead of us just saying, "Hey, we're like this," it was a cool way of like delving into, personality types and stuff.
I know. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So I think it was good for that reason. Would you say that was your favorite, just of all time, sort of episode,
No.
or do you think that you can say that for any of them, or?
I think I have a favorite.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Are you saving that one?
Do you want me to save it?
You holding that?
Do you guys
bro?
want me to save that one for the very end?
I mean, we can. I mean, I think we're just going through.
Did you guys hear that beep?
Little-
The 10-minute beep, like my Casio watch.
Oh yeah, is that?
It's
a
a
calculator
calculator. It is a
watch?
calculator. I can't tell you how many times that's helped me in math tests and math classes.
There's no way you actually use that on the math test.
Yeah.
It worked.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it still works, man.
Those buttons are so small.
Yeah, but you got to train yourself to be ready for anything. You got to be ready.
The calculator watch.
You got to be ready, man.
Where
Calculator watch.
would you rate our first episode? I mean,
So you want me to tell you the first one that I think? Oh, I mean how we rate our first one.
yeah, it begins.
Dude, that was I still need to go remember watching. I just remember
Definitely our
It's-
shortest episode,
yeah, we were not as compared to how we start the whole process of going into it and how we acted during it and then after.
That was
Here's-
an awkward one, kind of.
Dude, our intermissions and I'm
Actually,
trying to load it right now because I kind of
That
forgot
episode 1 has my favorite intermission
with the snut with the
with the seal. Oh
yeah,
my
the
gosh,
seal.
I could watch that forever, dude.
Yeah. Look, if you look at this, the coloring is different. The filming is different. Like we don't have that. We don't have the animation.
Split screen.
We have some first order. I feel like we're very. I think especially for me, I'm very like because I knew it was like this is so weird. Like we're actually doing this.
It was weird to record ourselves.
Yeah,
and with the knowledge that it was going to be on YouTube, because we had done like school projects and things of the sort before. I remember that one that we did for world history, that Black Death video. I mean, that was
awesome.
I mean, we that video we put a lot of work into. I remember, and we were proud of it. You know, that was, looking back at it now.
You still have that, right?
Oh yeah, I have it.
Yeah, right.
And you know, I remember that one we put a lot of effort into, and we were like, wow, we can actually make a pretty good. I mean, at the time, looking back at it, it's kind of weird.
We're cool.
Yeah. And so to make the first episode of the podcast, I mean, we had talked about doing stuff on YouTube for a long time, but a podcast was like, I mean, that didn't come up until almost right before we put the first episode out.
Yeah, I think when we were doing this, it was more just like, hey, let's just test this out. And now we're already at 22 episodes.
Yeah, I think I didn't want to be inconsistent. So the reason we just have all these episodes is I didn't want that dissatisfaction of having like a break.
I mean, no, that's the other thing too. I think how we've developed is now, you know, as compared to I think the first one where it's very first our energies. I think we still have like high energy a bit, but it wasn't distributed well. Like it was more, it was kind of choppy. Like we paid less attention to the silences. You know, obviously our animations are different. If you look, I think it's different. It's just like a pop up for like beginning instead of like the animations that we have now.
Oh yeah.
So and not only are animations different, but I think just how we approach the videos. Because I remember you said this beforehand that we used to go in like more nervous, like oh my god.
Yeah.
And now we're just like, okay, podcast. Like I reached out to you like yesterday or
I have
an hour ago just saying, because beforehand we used to like really remember we used to do those like drives. I mean, nothing wrong with those, but like on the Google Drive we used to plan.
Well, we used to. I mean, making sure that everything was in order was like a big deal.
We have. I think I think we stopped doing that around like episode like 4 or 5.
Oh, it was early on. Yeah.
Yeah, but as compared to then, we used to really like plan. Okay, when are we going to meet up to talk about what we're going to talk about? And I think I admire that in a sense because it's like, you know, it's.
Having a game plan definitely helps, especially in the beginning.
Yeah.
And I think we did kind of need that sort of structure.
Yeah.
But as you go on, you do learn how to sort of carry yourself in a bit more of a natural way. I mean, you're always learning. We're going to look back on this and be like, what are you talking about? You're terrible right now, right? But I mean, in the moment, it helps to have something to kind of, I don't know, guide you along.
Yeah.
Until you feel comfortable enough to be like, oh, actually, I think I got this, you know?
Yeah.
But I mean, just tonight, let's just see how.
What's my profile picture? Is that me? Or
yeah, no, it's you.
What is it?
It's on the. I think you're on a bike or something.
Oh, okay, yeah, the bike. Yeah, I reached like our latest is like yesterday or like last hour, and like, hey, you want to talk about this, and we just kind of go from there.
Yeah. So pretty much. Yeah. Wait. What did you say? Okay, so you gave me an idea for tonight's episode, which we're actually going to do for season 2. So stay tuned for that. But then I was like, yeah, that's good. I like it. What time works best for you? Christian says, I'll text you at 6:30 again. Just got off work. And then I was like, yeah, nice. Sounds like a plan. Then he says, hey, lad, I'm eating dinner right now. I'll DM you when I'm done. And I was like, sounds good. And then he tried FaceTiming me. My dad picked up the phone. So he was like, hey, lad.
Going through the whole thing.
Yeah. And then let's see. You said I was too static. I said RIP. You said packing my stuff.
And then you started going in like a bunch of letters.
And then I just spammed letters. So that's how this episode happened right now. The finale of a podcast.
This is that's the events leading up to it.
Yeah.
And you know, I think we're talking about how much more time do we have? We have a few minutes. I think talking about.
I like how we still, after all this time,
after all this time. Oh my gosh, I'm like the coolest person ever. Okay.
Props.
Wait, no, you're the coolest person ever. There you go. Got you.
Thanks.
You know, after all this time, I think, you know, what's the saying? Not to beat a dead horse.
Yeah, don't beat a dead horse.
Yeah, I mean, not saying that we're beating a dead horse. I'm not saying we're beating anything.
Dead horses in the house.
But this.
Don't be people.
Yeah, don't be anything.
Yeah.
That sounds weird. Anyway.
I just got that.
Yeah,
Gosh, dang it.
yeah, so I didn't mean it. Okay.
Christian Caito has spent too long in Las Vegas,
it's
man.
Going down way too fast.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's because you already drank all your tea.
My whiskey. My tequila.
It's brisk iced tea, just so you guys know. But.
I'm just saying we came. There's little improvements, but I think it's still like really big.
Yeah.
I think it's really.
I think if you look from the first episode to now, you can definitely see a difference in mostly the setup and stuff like that. But
our
I think
styles,
also
the lighting, setup, how we communicate.
I guess it's more or less the same when you think
about
it.
I think we're more like we've been a lot. Now it's like we actually want to. Now it's like we actually. Now we've gotten a lot closer.
If you touch my hand one more time during this podcast episode,
hey, I won't touch it.
No. So pretty much as we go forward here, we're just gonna discuss. What are you doing with?
No, I'm just time. Go, keep going.
Okay.
You're wasting time.
Whoa!
Go.
Wasting time.
Go.
Wasting time.
Hey, look, we have very few minutes left.
That's what I said, but then you said to keep going.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, like, let them know, like, warm them up of what you will say after intermission.
What I will say.
Yes.
Okay. So pretty much after we come back from the intermission, which is going to happen in a few seconds, according to Christian holding that watch up, we're going to pretty much be rating every single one of the episodes, starting from episode 1, which we already kind of did, to this episode, and how we feel about them, what we think we can improve on, and so on and so forth. So yeah, enjoy this intermission, and we'll be right back.
You have no idea. You just don't get it, do you? You thought you were going to see a funny intermission. You are so silly. This is not one of those intermissions. It's a serious intermission. Look, you seem like a nice guy. Or non-guy. Here's the thing. Second season is coming out. You can be on that, or you can be below that. Let me tell you what's going to happen if you don't watch the second season. Smell that? Yeah? Yeast. Season. It's crumbs. These are my grandma's ashes. A dying wish as to why I've just become famous. It's a dying wish. If you watch the second season, I'll mail you part of my grandma. Well, hope you guys enjoyed that intermission. I'm fairly sure we already know what it is.
Yeah.
What's we do? Oh, we also got a new quilt. You guys can see it. Valentine's Day, very festive.
I actually thought that they were...
Heart, corazón. 1, 2, 3, 4, corazones. Muy bueno.
And that's how we lost every single one of our Spanish speaking
That's how we just got skyrocketed in Mexico. Just, esta persona habla el lenguaje del español.
Well, no, we had that one episode where you remember we started in Spanish.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, with the Mexican flag.
He's like, that's how they know we're serious. Oh, I did. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah. Buongiorno, piacere de conocerte.
Yeah,
okay, let's
sí,
go.
No conozco que tiene eso. All right.
Just stop.
Okay. So as Adrian said before, Adrian said it so greatly, so eloquently.
So
we will
wonderfully.
be going through each episode of The Art of Awesomeness. So basically, this is the Spark Notes. You didn't even have to watch any of the other ones because we're going to be talking about them.
Yeah, it's almost kind of a cheat, when you think
right?
about it.
Yeah. So just watch this and you'll be fine. Mom, let's see. It begins episode 1.
All right, so maybe just to make it simple, because I think we could talk for a really long time about all these episodes. Do you want to just sort of rate them out of 10 and then give a...
Out of 10? That's too much.
Are you sure?
Out of 5.
Out of 5?
When people... Okay, that's just the other thing. When, especially, my dad or everybody that when they want to judge, especially in Campos too, they'll always... maybe not Campos, but they'll always, when they want me to judge something, it's always out of 10. Like, why so many? But why not 10? Because that's like so much. Like 5 is perfectly fine.
Well, I think it makes it more comparable to like 100% or something like that. So it's an easier form of judgment. So if you give something an 8, people kind of get the idea it's an 80%. If you say something's a 4 out of 5,
then just say 4.5.
But then what's that? That's what?
That's
9?
80. 4 is 90.
4 is 90.
Okay,
and
5,
then 4.5 is 80.
5 is 100. 4.5 is 90. 4 is 80.
Right.
And 3.5 is
70.
Yeah, you get it. So we're gonna do it out of 5.
I guess that's the way we're going now.
That is the way we're going. I'm the captain now. I'm the captain. Out of 5. Let's do this. I
don't know why Christian felt so strongly about that, but that's what we're doing now.
I rate this one a solid 3.5.
A solid 3.5. Is that just because it's almost 35 minutes?
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Here's why I rated it 3.5. 5 is like, oh my gosh, that was the best episode ever. And then 4 and then 3 is like, it was all right. I don't really have strong feelings. 1 is like, gosh, that was the worst episode ever.
Gosh dang.
So that way 2 would be, it wasn't my favorite. It was icky. And 4 would be, yeah, it was pretty good. I like that one. But if you do halves, that's like when it gets really into the stuff.
Got it.
I know what I'm right.
So you gave it a half.
I would give it a solid... I have to envision this. A solid 3, because it was a 3, meaning... it was all right for our first episode, but half because I think we did a little bit better than we thought we would.
Okay. See, I would have given that episode a 3, so just a tad bit lower. That's all.
So 3, like it was all right. It was like between, right?
I think that's to be expected when it's your first episode, but still, if we're comparing it to how things are now and how things probably eventually will be, it's lower than most. If we're really just looking at it objectively, if you're looking at it from a nostalgia standpoint, I could rate it higher, but
as of
just right off the bat, just 3. Yeah.
From here, okay.
Reason being is just it was a bit janky, and I think that we had that issue where we were asking each other, "What do you want to talk about next?" Instead of just
I didn't even remember that. So it's a good thing you said that.
Yeah. So that's really all. But yeah, it's definitely. I think it's our most viewed video. So.
Yeah, the first one's always like one of the most viewed.
Right.
Then it kind of just went downhill from there.
Pretty much. Dang. Okay, episode 2.
Staying on the right path. I like this one. I would rate this one a solid 4.
Solid 4? Yeah, I would agree with that.
Solid 4. My reasoning? Great question, Adrian. It was more than just, I don't really feel either way about it, but it wasn't the best one.
Right.
Like, oh my gosh, it was so good.
Yeah.
But 4, like... we had some good points, and I think for our second episode, we're warming up and we're trying new things. Mm-hmm. I think we did pretty well. I think as
far as quality goes, or of the content that we were talking about, I think it was better than just the It Begins, because in the It Begins video, we really didn't have a topic, right? It was just this is the first episode.
Like, hey, welcome.
Episode 2 was the first episode where we decided, okay, we're gonna have a topic, and we're gonna try and stick with like a theme.
Yeah,
I think that helped it.
This was a great. You're right. This is a great starting off into the idea or the kind of theme we wanted to give off at
which
first.
Which is like helping people.
Right. Yeah, and staying on the right track, and I think that was, I think the message in itself, it was. It was pretty applicable. I remember we talked about having different things like having the right mindsets or having the right anchors to implement, daily.
Right.
And, you just can't find that kind of stuff from 19-year-olds or 18-year-olds.
I think I was still 17 then, right?
I
think. Were you 19 yet? I think you're still 18. I think
you
were 18.
I was 18. I was 18. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Yeah.
You just couldn't get those things from 18 or 17-year-olds. So
right.
I think you're right. Good topic. We did fairly well. Still room for improvement, but
because I think the main issue with some of the beginning videos where we still had a topic was that we had a topic, but we didn't really know how to
say it.
Yeah. It was difficult to convey. Sure. So, I mean, that would probably be one of the main gripes with that. But other than that, I mean, it's episode 2, right? So.
Right, it was episode 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty soon we're going to say, it was just episode 22. It was just episode 22.
And then, okay, episode 3.
Ooh.
This is dealing with stress. So, I mean, I would say this one is a 4.5.
Me too.
Yeah. I think I think that was...
But why?
I think it was just solid as far as what we talked about. That one, we brought up a lot of different points and different perspectives, and we were able to converse and relate with them pretty well.
Yes.
So, I think that was the reason. I don't know, what's
I'd rate that a 5.
Which one?
Would I rate that a 5? Dealing with stress. I don't know. I minimum 4.5.
I mean, for me, a 5 would have to be a really good episode. I mean, that was a good episode, don't get me wrong. But as far as...
so you're like setting us up now. I see it.
I guess, yeah.
So now you're like, okay, all right. Yeah, I do 4.5. It was a good episode. Aside from just saying 4.5 in stars and how many stars is it, I would say...
Yeah, it's like we're rating Uber drivers, yeah.
Yeah, dude. 7.5. Solid.
Easy.
I would say, what did I enjoy about this one? It was a bit... What was cool about this episode was, as compared to staying on the right path, which was a bit more faith. Not that this wasn't faith related, but this seemed to have more of an appeal regardless of your background in faith. So I think what I liked about this one is that it kind of branched out to other demographics of people that, it still applied because we on a foundation of talking about how it applies to faith. But what I liked about this one was that even if you weren't like the strongest Christian in the world,
right,
you could take something out of this. Dealing with stress, this is something that everybody goes through.
Well, any of the topics that we talk about, so long as they're founded on biblical truths, are going to help people, because biblical truths are universal truths. They're going to help anyone and everyone. So,
but this one was like, everybody. It was like bite sized, like Scooby snacks.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Which is
dealing
cool.
with stress.
All right, and then what did we talk about in story time?
Story time, that was the Halloween episode.
Okay, that one was all right. I'd probably give that like oh, wait, your turn.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, your turn. I already said it.
Well, since you already said it, why not? Go ahead.
I would give that one... I don't know. I'd give that one like a 3, or maybe like a high 2.5. Only because I think that was like the first time we didn't really talk about a self-help topic. It was still fun to do. And wasn't it around the time of Halloween, right? Actually, no, I'd rate this one like a 3.5. Here's why. Calm down. Calm your jets, okay? It's balancing because we didn't really talk about something that would be like spiritually fulfilling or something that you could use for your own well-being. This was probably the first one that we did when it came to talking about, where it was a bit more loose, like our Would You Rather video or Never Have I Ever, kind of around then. This was like the first one, and it was about we never talked about, methods or trying to teach someone something. We were just telling people about us.
Right.
Which was, I think that was pretty cool. And we talked about the Halloween episode that night of Halloween. And I think it was cool because I think as we go on with each one, we'd rather try something new or...
It was definitely a chiller episode than most. However, I would point out the fact that was the episode where we answered a lot of Sophie's questions.
Right.
As far as death and so forth. So... and what happens after you die. So we were able to get in some pretty good biblical truths for that. But I think I see your point. For the most part, it was kind of more loosely based than the previous two. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah. So I would rate episode 4. Actually, probably Probably like a 4. Reason being, it was just I enjoyed the conversations in it. Yeah. You know, it was like that was a fun episode to film. So I think that for me at least that makes it that brings it up because I was there filming it and recording it. So yeah.
Right, you had fun.
I think that way.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why.
I like your thinking. Adrian.
Okay. No, great. I'm playing one. Okay. Let's hear.
All right, your turn.
Episode 5. This one you liked, I think.
I did.
YouTube tips and future ideas.
Mm-hmm.
So what stood out to you about this episode? Because to me, I mean, I like all of the episodes that we've done, to be frank, but I don't know. When I think of the one that I really like, this one doesn't really stand out. Why does that stand out?
I really like this one. I'd probably rate this. This is probably like the closest to a 5 because... Okay, wait, can I just like clarify? You remember the future ideas part that we talked about?
Yeah, the future ideas were the gaming channel, the main channel.
Oh, okay.
Our channel.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, there was a part in this video where we reached out, or I think it was other people that reached out to us when it came to...
People reached out to you, I think, right?
Yeah, they were starting their own thing, and it was the first time anyone has ever asked for like advice. And I just thought that was really cool. So we kind of from our own, because we both had our own thing.
Right.
Adrian Kiswani, senioritis, and yeah, we just gave advice about how people can get better at a similar craft that we were trying to perfect ourselves.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was really cool because it's like it was a little bit of a different realm between coming up with, ideas that everybody can apply, and we kind of another branch out where it was focused a little bit more narrow on people that were more like us, that were just trying to do something creatively in a film sense.
Mm-hmm. And also we talked about not only our future ideas, but I think in that episode we also talked about some of the difficulties we had with uploading to our channels and so forth.
Yeah, we kind of got personal a little bit.
Yeah, so I think from that perspective, it probably helped people get an understanding that, making these videos is like you're not 100% energy all the time, right?
Oh yeah, it's not like,
you know what I mean?
It's not always, unless some people are like that, but it's not always like, oh my gosh, another video, because there's times when you're just like, oh, another video.
Yeah, so I mean, it's obviously you want to make sure that you're I did that too. You want to make sure that you're doing things for the right reasons, and I think if you're doing things for the right reasons, you're always going to have an incentive to come back and sit down, record, set things up. But it doesn't mean that you're going to be, ecstatic all the time, right? So, I mean, from the time you walked into the door to the time we hit record on that, I think it was almost 2 hours. So so there was like 2 hours of downtime where we were just talking with my brothers and just sitting here getting stuff ready on the computer, setting up the lights, and there's a lot of things that go into not just a podcast, but any video that you put on YouTube, or anywhere really,
right?
That, it's a lot more before and after than just what you see in the middle.
Especially before.
So I think we were able to hopefully we conveyed that pretty well in that video. I'm sure that many of these topics we'll touch up on, in the future again and again. But as far as early on, because this was early on, it was only episode 5, right? So
right.
I think that the fact we were able to, from episode 5, already start giving out some advice that pertained to what we were doing on YouTube, I think that was pretty good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely got a little personal too.
I forget, what did we get personal about? Because I know what you're talking about, but I forget what we talked about.
I said that it was a bit of a struggle to keep going, and you guys can watch it, but the gist of it was just go ahead and watch it, man. Click off and watch that.
Yeah.
I just said that there was a time when I was still working on Dear 2020, and I was afraid of getting back out there because I just was afraid of what other people would say.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean,
and that it's interesting because I also went into the whole personality types, because you went into being a people pleaser and that sort of thing. And
I agree with you. I am a people pleaser.
You agree that
I agree with you. Yeah. I rate that a video.
Did we give that a number yet?
No.
If I did, I forget.
We didn't give that one a number yet. I would give that a 4. No, Yeah, 4. I have 5s that
Yeah.
I know which one
I would say 3.5, only because most of these older ones, just because of the presentation. I think we were still kind of getting that flow. That's all.
The flow. It's all about the flow.
Sure.
The flow,
The flow, And then
your turn. Or my turn. Your turn.
I don't know. Is it? No, I read that, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
The gratitude. Episode 6. Gratitude.
I mean,
okay, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Sometimes I don't I mean, you guys can see how I'm talking to Adrian. Sometimes I don't remember like the exact like things we said, and that comes up. That's like the same thing with applications of knowledge.
I
Like that's,
remember,
if I'm being honest, that's the one I don't really remember too much on.
I remember applications of knowledge. I don't know. I felt it was a bit dead. Almost like there was content there, but I felt like our presentation was a bit dry. But I'm getting ahead. That's later on.
That's a sneak peek.
Right. But as far as gratitude goes, I think that episode, well, actually, that was the last green episode, wasn't it?
Yeah, with the last screen thumbnail. Yeah. I give that 4.5 because that was upbeat. It was peppy. It was peppy.
I mean, if anything, we brought up good points.
Yeah.
As far as gratitude goes. So I mean, you can't really go wrong with watching that one. So yeah, I'd give it a solid 4 just because of the content in it. Gratitude.
Content? Okay.
I mean, talking about that.
Yeah, I like that. I take that. Welcome. The next video, trailer. That was fun. That was a 5. That's a solid 5.
That was a 6, actually.
Up next. Do you think we have time? Up next, we are going to be talking about number 7, the applications of knowledge. All right.
So, I mean, yeah, as I said, I kind of said this a bit too early on, but I just think it was a bit dry.
Spoiled.
That's all. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it was dry. It was a 0.
Oh, 0? That much?
No.
Dang. Yeah, I mean,
I'd say 1.5.
1.5? I would say, honestly, about 2.5.
Okay, so just one more higher than mine.
Well, reason being was because that was the first time we actually did an alternate setup that was way easier to edit.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so with each setup, it's a bit of a plus.
Yeah, I think just because we're getting into more of a, I don't know, trying to improve the podcast,
Yeah, you know what? You're right.
Because it's a constant improvement thing. We're telling other people to improve themselves, but we're also trying to improve this podcast. So it kind of works in a nice cycle,
Yeah. We'll see this later, but we transition from talking to you to talking to you.
Yeah, because I mean, I think, and if you guys are wondering why we don't do this as often or why we're not facing, I don't know if we actually addressed why. Did we?
Well, because we never. You're right. We never did.
So the reason being is because in our previous episodes, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, when it was split screen, we weren't actually looking at the camera all that much. It was more like we were having a conversation and the camera was just sort of fly on the wall. And I think that's what made the best conversation. Even though we were, kind of janky in the beginning, I think it still made it more natural because it was like, oh, the camera's on me.
Yeah.
And then when we had the camera facing us, it was kind of cool at first because it almost looked like a news show or something like that. But I found that we were more concerned about what we're saying to the camera instead of actually having a conversation. And I think this makes it more conversational, which, I mean, it's personal preference. Some podcasts are like TV shows in a way, and some are conversations. So, I mean, it's just kind of whatever you want. But, yeah.
That's why we changed it. It's more about convos.
Okay, episode 8. I really like episode 8. Just saying.
Let's give that one 5 then.
Yeah, I'd say so. I'd say 5. Because how we became friends,
we had fun with it.
Yeah.
We had fun.
Yeah.
We had fun with that one.
And we disagreed on pretty much everything on how we became friends, which,
Nah, well, we all know I'm right because I'm older than you.
I think I'm right.
You are younger than me, so you are wrong.
Yeah, but I grew facial hair first, so it's like whatever.
Yeah, well, I grew.
That was a weird statement.
Never mind. Yeah, you set me up to say something weird.
Oh, wow. I set you up, or are you just weird?
You keep doing this.
Hey, I'm not the one who keeps trying to like touch hands. That's you, man.
No.
That's you, and that's us.
You don't know.
You know
okay,
that's us.
No, I'll show you. You keep putting your hands. You it's like for the takeaway.
It's because it's like comfortable, right? But
see?
like no.
Bam.
Oh, dang it.
Oh my god. You are just so easy. Okay, you know what? Yeah, number 8 was good. Number 9.
I'm just gonna play with this so that
Hey. You can play with that. Jesus Christ! See, look what you do.
That wasn't me. I was like this. And
okay, number 9.
That was you.
College finals, holidays, and more.
This took the worst.
This
turn.
is a 4. This is a 3.5 for me.
3.5. Yeah, that was more of a. I don't think any of them are throwaway episodes, but if you could have like a filler,
yeah,
I feel like that's it.
Because it was the holidays, and we just, yeah, I mean, look, we kind of had a mixture of different things going on, college finals, holidays, and more. Yeah,
that's actually when we got the American flag for the first time. So.
Yeah, actually, So another new thumb, still same
but
camera placement.
I would say, yeah, as far as content goes, that's probably like a 2 for me.
Oh, 2? Okay.
I don't know. When I think about our podcast episodes, that's just one that doesn't really stand out.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's just me. It just.
No, yeah. It's not just you.
Yeah, okay.
It's not just you.
Just making sure.
Episode 10, Unexpected Changes. I really like this one. I give this one a 4 or 4.5.
Yeah.
We talked about unexpected. And, here's the other thing. As we did this more, it's really applicable because of the pandemic. That was the huge unexpected change. And it's funny of how that falls into line with just life in general, with how there's so many different things that are just unpredictable. And it took a pandemic for all of us to realize that, like, oh, that's crazy. Yeah. This is basically what life is just trying to slap in our face.
Yeah. And I think I have a theory that people in other parts of the world, or at least some other parts of the world, perhaps COVID didn't shock them as much as maybe it did more, what do you call them? First world developed countries. Because in developed countries, people oftentimes live in far more luxuries than people in other countries. Mm-hmm. And so they can become lackadaisical. They can sort of lose their guard for life. They just, I don't know. They don't really have an appreciation for when things are good, because things are always good for them, relatively speaking, right? So when hardship comes, it's like, well, what's going on, But for the most of the world, there's hardship all the time. So I feel like it was a good wake-up call to everybody to just sort of wake up and say, oh, there are actually like way bigger problems than Mr. Potato Head's gender or whatever, So it's just...
Mr. Potato Head's gender?
It's a whole... I'm not even going to talk about it on this podcast, but, it's just, things are crazy out there.
So put us on the same level, which is interesting because...
It's a nice equalizer. It's almost like death. Death is a great equalizer. Everybody dies. No one can escape that. So it was almost sort of like that. Yeah.
So you're saying, like, in a world where people are always, violent about differences and intolerance towards what makes us unique from each other, having this pandemic really set us on an equal playing field to realize the true human nature and the truth that we are really the same at our roots. Wow.
Kind of.
Well said, Adrian.
I mean, that's not what I said, but hey, that was an interesting interpretation. Let's see.
Oh, yeah. All right. Power of music and our favorite songs. Number 5. This one's a 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 5.
Yeah, that was actually, I could watch that for a while.
Yeah.
That one,
Do we need to explain that 5? Just music. We like music.
Yeah.
We got to explain music, our different preferences, how they kind of explain our personalities. Raffy, Kids Bop.
Actual music,
no, I have actual music.
Let's see. This is after how many years of friendship,
Power of music and favorite songs, that was a 5. Next,
yeah, for sure.
Art of Giving, your turn.
Yeah, I like this one. This was your idea, actually, this episode. So,
yeah. Oh, yeah, I just like the name.
Yeah, the Art of Giving. I would say that one had...
The Art of Giving. What did we talk about in that one?
The Art of Giving.
Really?
Yeah, that was it. Okay. But yeah, I would give that one a 4, because I think we brought some pretty good points up in that one, because it wasn't just giving materially, it was giving your time, it was giving your energy, stuff like that. So,
you're right. We did talk about that.
So I think that's probably what made it a bit better.
Yeah. Okay. So you just raised my 4 like a 4.5.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Good job. Personality. We talked about those.
Yeah, we did.
Episode 15. Ooh, I like this one. Getting out of your comfort zone.
Yeah. So, I think it's funny is that on the getting out of your comfort zone episode, we were arguably wearing one of the most comfortable things.
Yeah, right. This is the first Janket.
That was the Janket
by Sophie.
That was the Janket episode, man.
Yeah, you just
actually,
gotta jank
mine's
it.
right over there.
You just gotta jank it.
Just gotta.
You just gotta jank it. Getting out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, honestly, just because Sophie sent us those jankets, I mean, that's like.
What? That's a 5?
I would say 4.95.
Okay.
3.
Yeah, I'd say mine is right there too. Yeah. We were comfortable. Yeah, it was a nice.
We were
nice
comfortable while talking about getting out of our comfort zone.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So getting out of your comfort zone. Do you remember some of the key points we hit up on that one?
Yeah, I think it was to not confine yourself to things that you're afraid of doing. You know, taking risks. Obviously, not being stupid, right? But you want to make sure that you're actually not discounting something that may be beneficial just because you might cringe a little bit at it, or because it might be a bit uncomfortable, right? As the name implies, you want to make sure that you're just not open to everything, because if you're including everything, there are a lot of bad things in that, right? So, correct. But making sure that you're open to things that you ought to be open to, which is experiences that will offer you growth as a human being that people sometimes shy away from because they're afraid of embarrassment, failure, all the common things.
Oh, so, yeah.
Yeah. I, like, for example, public speaking. Very few people like public speaking, but
people prefer that rather than death. Or prefer death rather than public speaking.
Yeah, I saw that. That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean,
if someone was put up, a 9mm to your head, it was like, and say, hey,
do a TED Talk.
I'll be like, yeah, TED Talk. No. What the heck? You just like bring it closer, just right to your head.
Yeah, just do one of those 5-minute TED Talks. And we also talked about there's different ranges of how different kinds of ways to get out of your comfort zone. Maybe it's not always like bungee jumping or changing your gender. Maybe it's just something a bit smaller, like trying a new food or taking a new way home, or talking to someone that you don't really talk to. So I think that's cool. It's something, and what's cool about these is I think we've applied them, or when we make these.
Yeah.
Like, as we'll see in the next one,
right?
But we're learning how to do them as we talk about them, right?
Right. Yeah.
So
I see what you mean.
And these are really things that kind of a lot of people go through almost nearly on a daily or monthly basis, but they never, besides from writing in a diary or anything, they never really bring it up in conversation and just say it for the record. For the record, that'd be a nice name for something.
Yeah, for the record. I'll write that down. Yeah,
that's nice. Do we accidentally just come up with something? I don't know.
Yeah, well, I guess you'll see.
Yeah, for the record. You guys are hearing this first.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's like episode 3 of season 2. For the record.
For the record. We're changing names. For the record, and it's just like a record. And the intro's like... All right, your turn.
Okay. Let's see here. Why do you keep doing that to your finger?
I don't know.
Let's see. Okay. Episode 16, Letting It All Go. Thoughts.
My thoughts or your thoughts?
Your thoughts.
5.
Letting It All Go is a 5?
Here's why. Because
I'm not
here's
saying
a 5.
Yeah.
5, that one was a little personal for me. That one was... It was... Because we talked about like ideas that we were kind of still. I remember about this one. I think for a majority of even more than the first half, we were still trying to get our thoughts together. But it wasn't.
Happens sometimes, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it wasn't until the end where I remember just saying, "Okay, so in the end, let's just change. Let's just stop and rephrase this whole thing." And then we talked about. Once we got our thoughts together from talking back and forth,
right?
Then we were able to say, okay, let's stop, and here's what we think about this. And it was just interesting because this was also a suggestion from someone,
right?
From someone, right?
Yeah,
from someone close to us, and I think this was like not the first one, but it's one of the ones from them that we did, and it had some emotional significance.
Yeah, and I thought it was nice that we were. I mean, it's always good to talk about a solid topic, right? But the fact that it actually came from someone who was curious about it and who wanted our opinion on it, that made it a bit more special for the fact that when I remember when recording that episode, I felt like I was helping an individual specifically that I could picture someone in my mind like, oh, you know, this is who really I'm addressing this to. While it is applicable to everyone, like I have someone in mind who I'm like, this is kind of for you, right? So yeah, I agree. I would say that I would give that one a 4.5, so close to a 5, but for sure that's up there, 100%. Yeah,
because there's a lot of processing in that one. I like that one because it was, compared to some of the other ones, it kind of just challenged us to be real with each other. Because we knew that if that video had any chance at being really good, we had to be honest with ourselves.
And I think that it also helps that the previous episode was getting out of the comfort zone.
Yeah, it was kind of like a roll on to that one.
Yeah.
Would you rather? I'd give that one a 5, honestly. I had a lot of fun making that one.
Yeah,
we were,
I agree.
From letting it all go to would you rather?
Yeah.
Would you rather, and
would you rather let it all go?
Or repress it? Repress. Press X to repress.
Press X to doubt.
Yeah. I like that one. That was fun. We had fun with it. The time flew for that one.
Oh yeah, no, some of these, sometimes, as you can see by the time, can, it can drag on for a little bit, especially on the heavier topics, because I feel like when, especially for the applications of knowledge, you just are sitting there going,
interesting.
And this is what I think. And then you pause for a long time because you have to really process your thoughts. Because when it's an easy topic, there's not a whole lot of thinking. But when it's a deep topic, you actually need time, which is kind of difficult in the podcast because a lot of people just listen to it. You want to make sure that there's actually filled time, right? You don't want the whole episode to sound like, so it's...
That was very interesting.
Yeah, but that was one of those episodes where I feel like someone could listen to that if they were just down and wanted, instead of listening to perhaps something akin to a lecture, which those help sometimes.
Correct.
But something more just two people having fun time. I think that
was
works.
Cool. And I think this is kind of where we started giving ourselves a bit more leeway to, to be, more lighthearted. What I liked about this is I know we started off, I remember talking and we started off thinking this was going to be a more serious channel. And not that we're still not trying to make it ridiculous.
In comparison to 55 and 55 Bro Gaming, those were the ones who... So the gaming channel was supposed to be the most funny, which it is. And then 55 was going to be
the medium.
One that's... it's sort of a medium of the two. And this podcast, we do want to make sure that it's not becoming sort of a comedy sketch, if that makes sense.
Correct.
Right? But we want to make sure that we're giving you guys deep, important information, but that's also presented in not necessarily just a fun way, but a very relatable human way. We don't want to sound like your college professor. We want to sound like two guys who are giving a friend advice. That's kind of what this is akin to. So
what I liked about that is that we kind of, as we go on, we kind of, we still try to figure out which topics you guys would like to hear, what they would like to hear, and to go on with that. But it gave us a bit more, air to breathe. But you guys reach out to us. Thank you for reaching out to us.
For those, Sophie who does, and Tucker. Let's see here.
Tuck the
tuck.
You gotta tuck it. Number 18. Never have I ever. Yeah. Oh, actually, I like this one too.
I would say that they're both kind of on the same playing field for the same reasons. I could put these two together almost.
So 17 for me is 4.5, and 18 is 5.
Sure.
Because we actually kind of learned something about each other, based on experiences.
Oh, the never have I ever thing? Yeah. Okay, and then, all right, episode 19, Proverbs 3.
This was the first one we did, a chapter.
Yeah, because we've always done the verse of the day. I don't think we've done a single episode without it.
About a verse.
Yeah. So this was the first time that we actually, and we're not claiming to be pastors or experts by any means.
Right, and I think that's better too because we're talking about it from our point of view.
Right, so we do just want to make sure that you guys know that we are Christians and we believe the Bible, but we don't have, per se, the amount of knowledge that someone who studies it extensively should, and I think that all Christians should study their Bibles and should learn it to a high degree. But I don't want to sit here and claim that I am a full expert at the moment. So,
but you're very close. Out of both of us, he would be the expert. That one's pretty basically up front. We just talked about a Bible verse about. I think that was cool because it touched on different things from love to how we should think about God's grace, that was really cool. That was the first one we did, and I'm looking forward to doing things like that again in the future.
Oh, for sure, yeah. And then let's see here, episode. This is
my turn or your turn?
Yeah, I was gonna let you say it. But.
Things we wish we knew before high school.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I'd rate that. Was a high one. I don't know if that would be. I don't think
I wouldn't call it a 5 for me at least.
That one
maybe a 4.
It was 4, maybe. 4, and around a 4, kind of upping it to a 4.5. This one we just had fun with it. I think this one's similar to Never Have I Ever, but it's a bit more personable to the people going through school.
Yeah.
It's about our personal experiences, but basically, especially even now during COVID, which kind of opens up a whole new unique realm of advice to give to people and what's more important.
Yeah.
Or not what's more important, but we should shift your focus on. I think what was cool about that one is that... Should we cut it? Or should we keep going?
I think you can finish your thought, probably.
Is that... I'm going to blank. What's cool about that one is that it was a whole different realm of advice to give because it wasn't on the old realm. Old realm was COVID didn't happen. Now, people growing up in COVID, what they should focus on, because we kind of grew up in that around those guidelines.
Right.
All right.
Final episode. Well, at least for...
Wait, but what about that one where it's like... What? No, you say your thoughts on things we knew before high school. Okay, ready? I'm going to finish the thought and you continue.
Yeah, sure.
So that's how I felt about that. Open to a whole new realm. COVID-19, people going in high school, kind of a new set of advice and how we would tell them to focus on which things because of that. What about you, my friend?
I think that the things that we wish we knew before high school was one of the first ideas we had when making this podcast. I think that was one of the... Because what did we want? We wanted to get Nick on, and Lucas, and we were all just going to kind of talk about our time in high school. So it wasn't necessarily things we wish we knew before high school, but it was going to talk about high school.
Our story. Our
story. Biography.
Our story.
I think to an extent it was something that we wanted to do for a while, and that kind of gave us the opportunity to do it in a way that would help. That wouldn't just be, hey, this is how high school was for us. It would be more so, hey, this is how high school can be for you, sort of a thing. So, I like that episode for sure.
That was a good one.
I would say, maybe around a 3.5, 4, somewhere around there.
Yeah, or 3.5, 4.
Sure.
Yeah. And then our last episode, pickup lines, 5. Are you from Tennessee? Because you're a solid 6. Maybe a 5.
Maybe a 5. I think what was it here? I want to see here one of the comments.
That one was just a ridiculous one. That was a funny one though.
Okay, so this is what I posted on there in the comments.
Oh yeah,
section.
What are our comments? I don't think I read the comments for that one.
You just said yo.
Can I see what comments?
Yeah, sure. Right there.
That's it?
Well,
oh wait.
Okay, so here's what I said, right? It said, I ought to complain to Spotify for you not being named this week's hottest single. Anyone? No? Okay. And then Sophie, because she's a G, says, okay. So
yeah, I want to see what she said. I didn't read. It takes me a while to read the comments.
Yeah. So we got one vote of approval for a pickup line, as far as I know.
But she referenced something.
Hey, you know what? You look like... no. Hurry up. Hey, are you a pen? Are you a pen? Because clickety click, I want to take you on a date.
Ew, God.
So that was the best episode we've ever made. Hands down.
That was all right. I don't know why she referenced that one out of all of the pickup lines.
Yeah.
That wasn't even a pickup line. But yeah, that was it.
3, I guess. And then how would we rate this episode?
How would we rate the episode where we rate other episodes?
Yeah.
0. This is the worst one.
Agreed.
So, what's your favorite episode? If you have to pick one.
Favorite episode?
I'd probably say Letting Go.
Letting Go? That one?
That's mine.
That's close, man.
That's mine.
I'm gonna just
That's
kind of scroll through them one more time just to kind of
go ahead and just judge me like everybody else. I don't even care anymore. And I'm just holding a knife. Adrian's knife. I'm not a killer.
I'm not a killer.
I'm not a killer.
I think that's close, man.
Just pick one. 3, 2, 1, go. 5, 4,
I think
3,
probably
2,
How We
1.
Became Friends. Probably that one.
Oh, that's a good one too.
I'd say that one. Yeah,
That's solid. Okay, I
Yeah.
dig that.
that's why.
Okay, sweet.
Okay,
Good job.
so Okay, so now that we've gotten
Are we
this
doing
season out of the
news
way.
or this first?
Oh yeah,
News?
you want to do the verse of the day now, or do you want to?
Do you want to do news while it's fresh? Because we always. Yeah. What do you want to do?
We can do the verse of the day if you want now. Just to
Okay,
get
yeah,
it out of the
let's
way.
do that. Let's do this.
Okay, we're gonna
Let's just get it out of the way. Ready?
don't disrespect it. All right, let's see here. This is Isaiah chapter 40.
Say it in a cool voice, though.
This is my cool voice. Chapter 40, verse 31. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not be faint. So,
I don't think I have that one.
Are
I
you
do
in the
have
right
that one.
place?
I do have that one. Yeah, it's right there.
okay, just making sure. Yeah. So,
Strength.
wait upon the Lord.
Who you should rely on.
Mm-hmm. And it's basically, you don't want, if things aren't happening in your life immediately and you're praying and so forth,
Mm-hmm.
them that wait upon the Lord, they're going to renew their strength. So don't be impatient. This podcast, for example, started from episode 1, and I remember thinking to myself, it's so long until we get to the end of the season. When will we reach the end? And now we're here. So, you want to
Wow, we did it.
be patient.
Oh, wait.
So don't play that song. If you play that song,
Come on, we'll set the mood. Just chillax. Dude.
I was
Give me the
editing,
buzz, man.
I forget which video I was editing, and he played Raffi for the whole time.
So, wait, should we do it now or should we tell the news first?
I think we should tell
Let's
the
tell
news.
the news first.
Yeah.
Okay. So, we have. Okay, this is our news music. So, guys, you want to go first?
Yeah, I wasn't going to do anything. So, pretty much, we had a really awesome conversation. I actually met Sophie online for the first time.
And you guys
yesterday.
ablard.
Yeah.
Let's talk in Spanish.
Christian was kind of... Anyways, so we all met on Zoom, and we had a really cool, I think about 2-hour-long conversation or something like that. And we have some pretty cool things in the works. But we would like to introduce Sophie as our official publicist. So, welcome, Sophie, to the Art of Awesomeness team. Yeah, we don't... Yeah, we're not.
Wait, you're not paying her, right? Are we paying her?
We don't even pay ourselves. No, we don't have any money.
Yeah, I don't. Okay,
We're broke.
Okay, just checking. Yeah, Sophie. Oh my gosh, you're our publicist now.
Welcome to the team.
So all the responsibilities on Sophie. If you guys have any questions, inquiries at all, don't even text us. Sophie's Instagram, her number is going to be down below, her email and everything, because she's the best. Thank you, Sophie. You're awesome.
Yeah. But don't bother Sophie, guys. Don't ruin her life.
It's okay. Okay, look, Sophie. Look. You're not giving her the credit she deserves. Sophie is our if you're watching this, Sophie, you are our publicist now. We are very excited to have you on the Art of Awesomeness 55 and other channel team. Hey, wait, no, I can't do it with I can't.
Okay, wait. I just need just a few seconds of peace.
There
you go. I just needed
In the land of the big snowball in Canada, we get to see them all.
Yeah.
I was okay, fine. We're very happy to have you a part of our team, Sophie.
Yeah.
We're very grateful for you, and
been with us since the start.
To jank it. Thank you, Sophie. You're amazing.
Awesome. Cool kid.
Phenomenal.
Just outstanding. Come on. Come at me, bro.
Phantasmically perfect in every way.
You got me there. So
I like it when it like makes that slappy noise.
The slappy noise.
Yeah. So Sophie's our publicist.
Yeah.
We talked. What else? News.
Plans for season 2, because this is the final episode of season 1. So
this is the final episode for season 2.
well, you know how it is.
Season
So
1.
pretty much, if you guys, I don't know where that's from.
We're gonna have more people on next season.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be interviewing people and having people as guests. Of
Such
course,
as
Christian and I are still gonna do solos, but we're gonna bring people on like Nick Gordon, hopefully Lucas Martin. We're doing this pretty cool collab with some other podcasters soon, who we will mention at a later date. We're probably gonna have Sophie on multiple occasions, and Mr. Campos. Can't forget about Mr. Campos.
Can't forget about Mr. Campos.
And we have an extensive list of. I think, how long is that list of people that we have?
Dude, I don't know.
We have a Google Doc
so
of people.
Famous.
Oh, Mason Wilder.
Nathan.
Who else?
Our mothers. Oh, that would be funny. We should do that one.
For like Mother's Day or something?
Yeah, Mother's Day.
Yeah. My mom would just roast me the whole time.
Well, that's okay. Because people get a kick at it, and hopefully we'll get more views.
Hey. Anyway, dang it. Yeah. But pretty much we do have big plans for season 2 as far as bringing more people on this podcast so that we can kind of give you guys some more differing perspectives as well as our own. And then I think probably the news, I mean, if you're watching this years down the line, this probably doesn't mean anything, but we are having a live stream today, as in the day that this is released. So
oh yeah, it's 7 p.m.
7 p.m. today. So I mean, if you're watching this later, it doesn't,
you guys check it out.
It is what it is.
You guys let us know what do you guys want us to do. What are we going to be doing, Adrian?
We're pretty much just going to be interacting with you guys on...
We're going to be doing tricks. We're going to be doing stuff.
Christian's actually just going to be playing with cards the whole time.
I'm going to bring my cards. I'm going to bring my guitar. I'm going to bring Kira. Oh, dang it. You guys already know her name now. I'm going
Who's
to bring...
Kira? What the heck?
My guitar.
You named your guitar Kira?
Yes. Adrian.
Oh, my gosh.
You don't remember, do you?
You never told me that.
Adrian...
You told me about Jordan.
Okay, Jordan. Yeah, but you don't remember why Kira... Okay. Anyway, if you want to know
hold
why...
on. Explain.
No.
Yeah, explain.
That's something for you guys to find out if you are interested on... Kira.
Kira?
Kira. K-I-R-A. Get it.
Oh, so now no E.
Got it. Got it. It's Kira. Find out on the live stream. We can't wait to have you guys on. We're looking forward to interacting with you guys. It's going to be on YouTube, 7 p.m. Just ditch school the next day because we are going on all night, baby. For how many hours are in a week?
Honestly, I think it's a lot.
How many hours are in a week?
168 hours.
We are going
to
do a 168-hour live stream, no sleep.
For sure.
Right. We're going to check it out.
I might have.
Realistically, it'll probably be like an hour or two, but
I mean, we can go on for a few hours. So yeah, if you guys want to meet us there,
do we have any other news?
Please do. And also, I guess on the live stream note, we do want to be doing more live streams, and as we go in to the furthering months, especially summer months of this year, 2021, we are going to be starting some of our other channels.
Oh right, we were just talking about this a few minutes ago about
the gaming channel, and so you should be seeing stuff like that coming out in summer. And pretty much I think we're just going to be trying a whole bunch of new things. I mean,
a whole bunch
as far as our personal lives go, we've been getting some pretty open doors lately with opportunities and so forth.
Correct.
So I mean, I think that this year is probably going to be way more productive than last year, and then we want you guys along for the ride. So if you appreciate what we do, if you appreciate what we do, and if you want to recommend what you would like to see to us, please reach out. We appreciate everyone who does. And so, good Lord. And so pretty much you guys really make this channel what it is, because when you guys give forth your input or what you'd like to see and we do it, it kind of creates this bond between us and you guys, so it doesn't seem as far off. So if any of you are interested in reaching out, don't be afraid in doing so. I don't know why people, kind of have that fear of reaching out, but
I like listening to you right now with the music. It's like you're in a movie.
It's like I'm in a movie?
Yeah.
What movie? It's like I
don't know, just a movie.
Just a movie?
Keep going.
I don't know. What do you want me to say after this? Just
guys,
do a really cool monologue.
Guys, here's the thing. Here's the thing, guys. We've came such a long way, guys. Wait, I want to start from the beginning.
Oh, please don't do that thing again.
We came such a long way, guys. It's been one whole season, guys, and I don't even know where the time went. I don't even know who I was. I'm just gonna keep playing the piano part.
There's got to be a loop on YouTube to find the piano part.
I don't know where we're going next. I don't know how many more seasons this is gonna run for.
Sorry.
I don't even know if we're gonna be back for another season. This could be it. The last time
we'll be back, don't worry.
we ever see each other or interact with them. We might not even need
we're deleting our channel.
Anything else. We might not even need, our social media. We might not even need, our computers, our cameras. This is it.
This is the end.
No, let's just listen.
You're starting it again.
This
is
it.
how podcasts.
This is it, guys. And we want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Yeah.
No. Thank you, guys, because without you, we would have no meaning. We would have no purpose for living. You guys are what keeps us going. All 40 of you guys. You guys best know that you guys are what's keeping us going. So without further ado,
you're starting.
I just want to say thank you again. You guys are the best. We would be nothing without you guys. Also, expect merch next season.
I thought you were gonna say next week, and I was getting freaked out, dude.
Expect merch next season. Hoodies.
Yeah, if you guys,
sunglasses. Suspenders, lotion.
I was always thinking when we got up to a higher subscriber count, that'd be a good idea for some merch if people were interested. We have such a small following right now compared to most other YouTubers who have merch. So, for those of you who are regular watchers, if you're interested in merch at all, just let us know. We're not going to spring merch unless you guys want it. So, yeah, it's. I feel like it'd be weird if we were just like, hey, we're so cool, have some of our stuff. If you guys want merch, let us know, and then we'll do it. But,
yeah. Oh, that was loud.
That was kind of loud.
If you guys want merch, but other than that,
yeah, just reach out. We're actually that's what I would say for season 2. We're obviously gonna, on our end, we're gonna try and bring a whole lot of more people to the scene on the podcast, whether it be through Zoom or in person, whatever. But as far as you guys go, who watch this and listen to this, any more on a feedback and input from you guys would definitely be really appreciated, because it makes recording this feel a lot more personal, a lot easier, because we can feel like we can relate to someone instead of just a topic, if that makes sense. So, if you feel the need to reach out, or if you just want to suggest a topic or a video idea, just let us know. It's pretty simple. All of our socials and stuff will be, if you're watching this on YouTube or even on Spotify and stuff.
Spotify.
We have our email, which is 55purefilms@gmail.com. We have our Instagrams and stuff. You can just DM us, to be honest.
Yeah, DM us.
So
DM us.
Yeah, pretty much. I would say those are the 2 goals for us. Bring more people on. For you guys, just a little more interaction so we can get to know you guys a bit more. And I'd say those are pretty solid goals for season 2 of the Art of Awesomeness podcast. Christian's vibing, so I'm just gonna let him do his thing.
I'm gonna throw up.
There's like
That's
a
so
bucket
beautiful.
right there.
That's it, guys. We're not gonna beat a dead horse anymore. Thank you guys for watching. And hey, if we don't run into you again, then it's been real.
I don't know how thematic this is, but if it works, it works, right? We're gonna be back next week, just so you guys know. This isn't like I think the 14th we're gonna be back, so
Okay.
You're doing it again.
Bye, guys. Wait, say something else.
Wait, what do you want me to say now?
This is the last thing you'll ever say to them. Make it worth
Oh, you want
it.
me to end this? All right. So we just want to thank you guys for everyone who's watched. Like, Jesus Christ.
Okay, I'm sorry.
If you want to, people like Sophie, Tucker, all the other unnamed people, because obviously we respect their privacy, who have contributed to this channel and so forth. We just want to take this moment to thank you guys for all of your support over the course of this season from 1 to 22. And we hope to see you guys in the second season. We're definitely going to try and do our best to make it the best podcast we can for you guys. Of course, this is only season 1, so expect season 2 to be much better, and hopefully we'll have season 3s, 4s, 5s, and so on and so forth. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. As always, I'm your host, Adrian Kiswani, accompanied by your also host, Christian Caito.
Signing out for the last time.
Until next week.
It's been real, guys.
All right, that's it. That was good. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Art of Awesomeness podcast. This is the first official episode.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the second episode of the Art of Awesomeness podcast.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Art of Awesomeness podcast. This is episode 3.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the fourth episode of the Art of Awesomeness podcast. I'm your host, Christian Caito. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the 10th episode of the Art of Awesomeness podcast.
Sophie, thank you so much for these wonderful, Christian, what do you want to call them?
Jankets. Jacket blankets.
These are awesome. We just want to thank Sophie for sending these to us. She did it as a Christmas gift.
Awesome.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the 17th episode of the Art of Awesomeness podcast. I'm your host, Adrian Kiswani, accompanied today by our also host, Christian Caito. Welcome,
Thank
Christian.
you.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Art of Awesomeness podcast. I'm your host, Adrian Kiswani, accompanied today by our also host, Christian Caito. Welcome, Christian.
What up?
This is episode 21, meaning we only have one more episode to go.
Yeah.
What I feel about myself, I feel there's the unknown. There's things I don't.
Right.
Actually, I don't even think this is like MP3 listenable yet. I think it's only on YouTube for now, but
Yeah.
it will be someday. We are going to try and
Someday.
get this on like Spotify.
We're still going to call it a podcast. It's a podcast.
It's got the microphone.
Come on.
It's got the headphones.
It's a
It's a podcast. Let's
It's
be
a
real.
podcast.
It's a podcast.